Good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome to what I have called Workplace Lessons from Your People Advocate. This will be a series of videos where I share lessons that I have learned in the workplace in order to help people to become successful at work. A little bit about myself. My name is Helen Lebone, or you can call me Miss H. I've got about 20 years experience in human resources, having worked for different multinational companies and in different industries. In these videos, I will be covering a new topic every week. And the topic for today's video is promoting an employee to their level of incompetence. Please do give me feedback about what I will be covering in this video. Does it resonate with you, or do you think I'm missing something? It goes without saying that it is every good leader's dream to work with great performers. And great performance tends to attract, more responsibilities and more recognition. And part of that recognition can come in the form of a promotion, either to a senior individual contributor role where the person still does not have a team reporting to them, or it can come in the form of a promotion to a people manager role where this person has one or more people reporting into them. As a leader, you always want to make sure that before you promote someone, to a bigger role, that firstly they are ready for the challenge, or that they can grow into that bigger role. The last thing you want is to promote someone to their level of incompetence. So what does it mean to promote someone to their level of competence? This is when, leaders promote, a strong performer too quickly to kind of their next level position based on their success in the current role until they reach a point where they are no longer competent because the skills required in their current role are different from the skills that are now required in the new role. One example of this particular, scenario is, taking a great account manager or a great sales executive and promoting them too quickly to a senior manager position where they are in charge of a team. I'm sure we will all agree that for me to be a successful account manager, what I need is to be to have great sales skills, to have, the ability to sell, whether it's the ability to sell products or services, but I must just be good at selling. Whereas as a sales manager, in order to be successful, you need to be very good at being able to coach, to guide, and to lead a group, a team of people to become great salespeople so that as a team, you could all be successful. So the skill sets thereof that are required for an account manager or a sales executive are very different from those that are required for a sales manager. As a sales manager, you will, succeed you will deliver results through a team. Whereas as an account manager, even though you have to collaborate with others in the process of doing your work, for the most part, you will succeed based on the quality of your sales skills. Another example is where, you promote someone, too quickly before they've had the opportunity to build depth in their skill set. And this could be done in the form of, increasing their scope of work too quickly to the point where the person then starts to struggle with juggling the different, balls that are now part of their new job description. So how do we now know when someone is ready for a promotion, or how do we know when someone is ready for a bigger role? I think firstly, the way to recognize these employees is that they have high engagement and a willingness to do more. These are people who are committed, they are in it to win it. You can see in how they do everything. They are always willing to do more. They always do more, whether you ask or not, They have natural leadership skills. These are, employees that will lead even when they are not in a leadership position. They will lead activities or projects to conclusion. They know when to lead and when to follow, but they will display whatever leadership qualities that are required to get the job done. These are, employees that know how to support their colleagues. They are always kind of there for their colleagues in terms of giving time to show their colleagues how to do something. They are always sharing willingly of information. They are always kind of there to show people how to do things better. They are just great colleagues to work with, basically. They have also the maturity and self-awareness when dealing with failure, right? So they are not going to want to hide under a rock because they have failed. They will be the first one to raise their hand and say, you know what, I miscalculated that particular issue. I did not foresee that things will go this way. I made a mistake. Because what drives them is being able to go to the drawing board and improve and change and do things well and succeed at what they were working on to start with. And I think finally, what differentiates them is their drive to improve. I'm sure you've seen these kind of employees who are always wanting to improve things. They want to improve the processes that we have. They want to make sure that we can do things quicker, cheaper, and in just a better way. They're always trying to digitize things, These are the sort of employees in general that I would say they are not happy with the status quo, and they would even go to the extent of challenging senior leadership because they really want to improve things for the company. The truth is, these kind of employees are not hard to notice. Many of them are shining stars in their companies today. Thank you very much for the pleasure of your time. Once again, I have come to the end of this session. Join me again next week where I will be covering the topic of what place do they have in leadership, and that is humility and vulnerability. Enjoy the rest of your day.